So today's video, just wanted to show you on these used solar panels I got. I 8 over here and I have 8 over there, and for those are 330 watt used, and it was under $500 that I paid for all these. But I just want to show you on the shade there, you can see that it's shaded right here from this tree. And this set is shaded from this lemon tree. Now those 8 are in series, and it runs right there along the back here. And we come out right here. We come in and we parallel those together. So we have the negative from one array, the negative from the other array, and we just have one wire going into the house or in the garage. So over here, we have a lot of shade from the roof right here. You can see that. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. All of them except for this one here have shade on them. So these are in full sun. Those are in full sun. And the ones on the east side over here are in full sun as well. These right here on the east side, you can see they're in full sun. So I wanted to show you the output from those. And I do actually have a mini split up there running. It's 65 in here. Turn the heat on a little bit. So let's see. This is that big long array along the west wall. Those are poly panels. That's bringing in 1.56 kilowatts. That north wall with all the shading from the trees and the house is still bringing in 1.04. It's only 500 watts behind this array, and this one is 1.34. That's the east one, the last array that I showed you where the sun is right above it. So it's only bringing in 300 watts more on this one, and then that I have an array out there with the 400 watt bifacials. That's only bringing in 1.27. So even with all that shade on there, we're bringing in almost as much as the other ones. Like I said, those were used solar panels. These are brand new, the bifacials. Those are my favorite ones so far. They really put out consistently. They're brand new. These solar panels on all these other ones are probably at least 5 to 10 years old. When I bought them, they were at least 5 to 10 years old. So, but I just wanted to show you how well that output is on that array that's actually on my north wall with 8 solar panels and 8 solar panels. So I'm very happy with the output on those. It's December 11th, and the backyard is mostly in shade from the house, from the sun being so low in the sky that I can't. I have solar panels on here, and I can use those for like 2-3 months in the summertime. But I leave them up there because they actually give good shade on these, and they're not hurting anything up there. But this is that bifacial one. If you haven't seen the channel before, the bifacials, they have the circuitry on the back side here and those were the 1.34, as where that array and that array was giving me 300 watts less between the two of them. I got 16 panels on there, and there's only 10 panels here, but they're 400 watt up to 500 watt bifacial. So that's doing really well for used solar panels and pretty much being dusty. Now, I will say that about these, the way that they're at an angle, they're about maybe a 40-degree angle on that. And those don't hold as much dirt as these do over here. I don't have a ladder, but we get a lot of dust out here. And well, you can see over here, this is going to be a good indication of what these solar panels look like. It's like this. You can see how much dust builds on there. It's probably been about 3 weeks. And when I go to clean them, I will use a hose and wet them first. And then I use a microfiber mop head, like a 24-inch microfiber mop head. And I will scrub them with the water on there, and then I'll go back and rinse them off, and they'll be nice and clean. I never use any detergents or anything on my solar panels. Just put water on there first, and then I hit it with a microfiber mop, and then I rinse them off. So, and you can actually see, been a while, you can see how dirty these things are. Can you see the difference on that? And these are some used bifacials over here as well, but I don't have them connected right now. I got that wall fixed up, and you can actually see my, hand behind there. Same thing over here. You can actually see right through. See how you can actually see through? You got the circuitry on this side, but they're actually clear. You can actually see through on these. And these down here, so these are, I have 4 of these that are bifacial, and then 4 of them that are not bifacial. And God, I picked these up for like 22. They had some frame damage, but there was nothing wrong with the glass. This is 3,200 watts for 8 solar panels, 400 watts. And I actually get 3,000 watt output out of those. I think I paid 22 bucks a piece or something for those. So like I said, you can see how filthy these are right now. And even with all that layer of dust, they still produce good. So if you're just starting out, it is quite expensive for the solar panels. And if you live in Arizona and around the Phoenix area, you can get used solar panels. I'll put a link in the description, and you can get them really cheap if you're just starting out and you just want to get the basics. It's going to be expensive, but just when you go to hook everything up, you can see how it is. And then once you get your design down, I would suggest getting some new solar panels. But to get set up and get going, you can usually pick these up for like 20, 30 bucks on sales throughout the year. And they, you know, I think I bought like 120 of these used solar panels between mono and polys. And I think I had 3 or 4 bad ones out of that. So that's like less than 3%. That's like 2% for 130 solar panels, and have 3 or 4 bad. That's not bad at all. Now they're gonna give you about 60, 70, maybe 80% of the, what they say. If it's a 200, these are 250 watt solar panels, you'll probably get about 150 to 180 watts out of each one of these on those. These are poly and these are mono. These mono ones, These are a little different right here. They've got a different design on them. These are completely like black over here on the face, and these actually have like, I don't know, little diamonds here in the middle right here. But they still do really well. When I get those other two inverters, we're going to have these 8 in series on one inverter, so that's 3,200, and these are all 250 watts. So we'll have these 6 in series. That's 1,500 watts. It comes down through the line right here, comes back up over here, and then we'll put these in series with that, and that'll be 3,000 watt in there, and I'd be willing to bet you I'll get about 2,400 watts when these are in full sun. So the one thing that I'm trying to work around is on the east side of my house over there, I'm in the sun in the morning until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, depending in the summer. And then those go in the complete shade, and these have been in the sun since about 10 or 11 o'clock. So as that 3,000 watt over there, I think it's over 5,000 watts that I have on that array over there. As that one goes into the shade, that solar array and then these two together will be in the full sun. So when I lose that on the east side over here, I'll pick it up over here. So I'll be able to run my air conditioners. I'll be able to charge my batteries quicker in the morning and be able to run my AC in the summertime much longer and be much more efficient. And that's not even including the 20 panels that are up here that I use in the summertime. And then this last summer on that area right there, I had 8 400 watt panels. I think it was six 400 watt panels. It was like 2,400, 2,500 watts. Try and get some more. I'm going to try and get some more like 400 watt to 500 bifacials. So if I can get 7 of those, that'd be close to 3,000 watts on just right there. So, but I don't know if I'm really going to have an inverter. I think all my inverters will be tied up because that's one array right there. This one over here is a separate array. That's 2 arrays. And then the bifacial over here is a 3rd array. And then that 24 250 watt panels is 6,000 watts. That's our 4th array. And then you'll have those 8 400 watt bifacials. That'll be the 5th array. And the 2 sheds will be 3,000 watts. That'll be the 6th array. So we'll have that all connected up. And we'll just be using those 6 EG4 3,000 watt inverters, which I was able to get 11,500 watts under load out of those in the summertime. And I'm hoping with this, adding this on here, these other 2 and having 6 inverters, I should have no problem running everything that I want to run. So in the wintertime, I really don't use hardly any electricity. If my pool was in the sun and I had a solar cover on it, I tried heating it up. And I can have it heated up, but we're really not using it but maybe once or twice a month. So I decided not to have to sit there and worry about heating that up. And I actually like it with a pool cover off. So come early March, late February, at least a half to 2/3 of this pool will be in the sunshine. And if we have the pool cover on it, we'll be able to heat it up and keep it heated. But right now it was 36 degrees this morning. So that's just a little bit too cold to kind of be able to run that. And we have that 127,000 BTU pool heater. I wish I had one that was around 80,000, because this thing uses 7,500 watts at 230 volts. And it doesn't seem like that much, but it actually pulls quite a bit. And that's on, that's 7,500 watts of power. That's more than this 3.5 ton and that 4 ton together. And they're all heat pumps, but those two running is like 6,000 to 6,500, and that's 7,500. So it uses quite a bit of power. If I really wanted to, I could actually run this on the grid, and it'd be to get it up to temperature around 85, 87 degrees. It would probably cost me about 20, 25 bucks initially over a couple of days. And then if I left the pool cover on it and I just ran it, left that thing on, and it would cycle on and off, it'd probably be like 250 to 300 bucks extra on my electric bill to have a heated pool. And that's pretty cheap for a pool heater. So we did it 2 years before I did the solar, and it wasn't that bad at all. But just wanted to show you, even with that shade on those solar panels, we'll go take a look again and see what we're getting. But even with that shade on there, you can see the shade, and even over there, seeing the peak of that roof. Oh, now we have this panel. Oops. Now we have, the top two corners are, I can't get it, there we go. This corner and that corner on the top are in full sun now, and then the two on the top have partial shade on it. So let's go see what we're getting out of that with two solar panels on there. But this pretty much has shade on it all day, as well as that. As soon as the sun gets over there and the house is kind of moved over as the sun has gone across the sky like this, that pergola will come in and start shading it. So they have a lot of shade all day long. And I'm really happy at the production off of that, like I said, with that shade. So we're actually producing 1.1 kilowatts right there. The 6 kilowatt array over on the west side is 1.57. The east side pergola is 1.39. So we're only 290 watts more on this inverter than we are that, with all that shade. And these are those, these are all mono panels over here, 4,640 watts. As where this is 6,000 watts, and that one's only pulling 918 right now. So, and now if I clean that, I'd probably be pulling about 1.4, 1.5. So I would get a decent increase in that. But, my battery is at 96%, and it's 10:30 in the morning. So by 11 o'clock, my battery is going to be 100%. And it's nice with these inverters working right now, charging the batteries. It's keeping it 70 degrees in the garage, with the being 36 degrees outside this morning. So I like the fact that when I come out in the morning and drink my coffee, it's nice and warm out here compared in the house. And then sitting over here, it's much warmer over here than it is over here. So it's nice to have these as like a heater in the wintertime. Anyways, just wanted to show you the difference on those solar panels. And I was really happy with all that shade being on there and still being able to produce almost what the other ones that were all three in full sunshine. I mean, it's not that far behind in production with that much. That's a huge amount of shade on those panels. Anyways, we're gonna get these ordered up over here and put our other 2 over here. Like I said, that those 2 sheds and those 8 400 watt, 4 of them are bifacial and 4 of them are regular 400 watts. That's 3,200 watts. Those are coming in right there, so they're right below where we're going to put these. And then I also have bus bars coming from Signature Solar. Then we're going to be replacing this one and this one. I think there's 12 spots on there on the bus bar, as where these only have 4. Those are only 4 there. We'll have 12 on each one, so we'll be able to connect the inverter to the battery over here. And right now it's kind of tapped out. So, and we got to order these up. We got to order 2 more of those to replace those. Those are like 250 watt DC breakers that we had over there. But we're going to replace those with 20 amp DC breakers. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hope you have a truly wonderful and extremely blessed remainder of 2024.